A 9/11 sculpture is unveiled over the weekend in front of Olean High School in Cattaraugus County. It started when the school received a piece of the Twin Towers and wanted to create a way to display the historic piece. Time Warner Cable 8's Katie Cummings explains the significance of the sculpture and how it came about.
From the ashes to a piece of art, the idea of the 9/11 sculpture outside Olean High School started with social studies teacher Harry Wolfram. He read an article about how New York City was giving away pieces of the Twin Towers to civic organizations. They filled out the paperwork and only had to supply $9 in postage for the iconic piece.
I thought if we could get an actual piece of history, we could bring it to the school, and then when we talked about history, we could actually touch it and see it and hold it in our hands, so it brings a little bit more life to studying the history.
Jamestown sculptor Dave Poulin came up with the concept to serve as a teaching tool. He used a real-life City of Olean firefighter as a model for the sculpture, along with the fireman's son as the boy.
We included a fireman, not in full fireman attire, but you can tell that he's a fireman. And then there's a little boy, and the little boy is holding a fireman's helmet, and he's pointing towards the piece of steel that the fireman is holding in his hand. The fireman is more serious and earnest in his expression, to kind of get across the seriousness of what this is really all about, and the way he's holding it, you know, that it's something important, something precious to remember, to see. And the little boy is looking at it more of, well, what is this all about? What happened here? You know, why is that bolt twisted, you know, in this chunk of steel? It wasn't drilled and put in there. That bolt was impaled into that steel and kind of welded to it during the collapse of the World Trade Center.
The statue is a community effort, with local businesses, organizations, and individuals donating money to bring the project to fruition. Students and staff at Olean schools also contributed.
We had hundreds of students, art students that came and had a chance to put some clay on. We had a number of teachers who came by that heard about it, that got a chance to add some clay. And over that month period, the last month of school, little by little, every day, the sculpture began to emerge.
A plaque detailing the events that unfolded on September 11, 2001, is next to the sculpture. The school hopes to eventually add benches so that the community will have a spot to sit and reflect. In Olean, Katie Cummings, Time Warner, Cable 8 News.